I was on the elliptical for 45 minutes this morning, flipping around ESPN, CNN, Fox, NBC. I was looking at everything because I can't look at these teleprompter readers too long without getting seriously nauseous. And all they were talking about was this. Ray Rice cut by Baltimore Ravens after video of elevator punch. And this was, in my video box yesterday. I saw the story Sunday. I saw it Monday, and I just didn't cover it yesterday because the story itself is a diversion, is a distraction. But once it becomes a diversion and a distraction, then we can talk about it and still get some good out of it because we can hijack a diversion and show people what a diversion is and show people how mind control takes place. Ray Rice. Now, they're obviously drunk. They're at a casino. She charges up to him. He punches her. It's thuggish. He acts like he doesn't care when he drags her out. It looks terrible. But he's already been adjudicated. She said, leave us alone. That's their business. I've never hit a woman, ever. I have pushed them off of me when they do just what she did. I mean, I think almost every girlfriend I've ever had at one point or another jumps on me or something, or follows you out the door clawing at your hair or whatever. I mean, I've never turned around and knocked them upside the head, but I've come close. And any man that admits that or says that, oh my gosh, the worst thing in the world is to hit a woman. Really? How about it's to use drugs and gamble away all your money or leave your kids? Or how about abusing your kids? No, that's a lot worse. And again, these guys that beat up women just out of the blue, they're horrible cowards. They're scum. It's terrible. I've never hit a woman. I've pushed women off of me. But when a woman attacks a man, it's no big deal. It's no big issue. But that's not what I'm getting to here. I'm not defending the gangster culture, the thug culture in the NFL that is undoubtedly going on. The dog fighting, it's one reason I can't stand it. And if they just played football games and that was over, it's all the tabloid stuff around it about the players and what they do. And just living here in Austin for 20-something years, having to be around the UT football players and the arrogance and how they think they're gods and just the whole thing. So I have my own disgust with it. But it is fundamentally sick. While trillions are being stolen, borders are wide open, they routinely find graves of 50 people, 100, 200, 300 on the Texas-Mexico border, a lot of them little kids, murdered, raped, killed by the Mexican drug cartels and coyotes. And Robert Rodriguez makes movies where he claims white people in cowboy hats like Don Johnson are doing it. No, that's not who's murdering people that paid their money to get shipped into the U.S. and for whatever reason got killed. Because a rival coyote brought them through. So to send an example, the cartel will kill men, women, and children. I want the killing of the men, women, and children to stop. And I sure don't like Robert Rodriguez, part of the Mexican mafia wannabe group, making movies blaming white people for it. Hey, take some responsibility for the drug culture that's glamorized by the Hispanic rap and the Hispanic Tejano and the Hispanic country music. Take responsibility for that. Just like white people need to take responsibility for the degenerate Klan and decry it. But instead, when you got black gangster racism, go hunt down white people, it's cute and funny in the media, and the media won't say it's black racism. Or when you've got Hispanic crazy level racism, it's all supposedly kosher and condoned. See, it's all how it's presented. But then everybody's jealous of these football players making $10 million a year. Everybody's, the fans, the jock sniffers, the weirdos that run around the alumni buying vehicles and apartments for the football players. All of you people really don't like the ball players. It's all part of this sick narcissistic society to go be part of it and have the boxes and be around it. It's just totally empty and mindless. But then there's always the sacrificial lamb. Oh my gosh, this guy's girlfriend jumped on him and he punched her. What do you expect somebody in the top 0.1% of best athletes, probably juiced out of his mind on 10 steroids, drunk and somebody jumps on him and he's going to reflex, pop him upside the head. That's why the police didn't throw the book at him, because she jumped on him and because they were drunk. And so it wasn't premeditated. He wasn't somebody out there walking in front and beating up mama in front of the kids who deserves to be thrown in prison. But again, I'm not defending what happened. It's terrible. The issue is how the media gets to get real upset and the players get to come out and go, why, this whole thing is just terrible. When it's a gladiatorial event where the average former NFL football player lives to 56, they're brain damaged, all their organs are bruised and blown out, their joints are blown out. And let me tell you, I've run into and known a lot growing up in Dallas and then in Austin, a lot of former Dallas Cowboys and the rest of them. And let me tell you, there's nothing sadder than most of these former professional athletes, even if they've got $20 million in the bank, because they're so narcissistic that they're not stars anymore and they're not cool anymore. And they don't get to be the and the other players don't kiss up to them anymore, that they're shattered men. That's what happens to narcissists. What about your kids? What about your family? What about the community? Who cares about football? If it was just go watch a ball game, whatever, that would be it. All the men I know, even they know what's going on. They want to sit there on their iPhone with fantasy football. They're arguing with people, and I just want to slap them. Our whole world is going down. Worldwide tyranny is taking place. 2 different CDC whistleblowers have gone public. One of them's now winning in court because they got retaliated against, proving that they knew that the vaccines are causing a tripling of autism in boys. In one study alone, a tripling in blacks, a doubling in Caucasians and others. I mean, that's a big issue. The warehouses of kids that can never talk, never have a girlfriend, and have diapers on when they're 45 years old that mama's having to change when she's 70. Talk about weighing down our economy. Talk about a soft kill operation. I want to see some people angry and upset on the news talking about brain damage in babies. I don't want to hear all day about, yeah, look at this player. He's a monster. He's a terrible person. He's the worst person in the world. Oh, my, they're acting like he's worse than Michael Vick. Let me tell you, killing dogs is about 50 times worse than slugging your wife when she jumps on top of you. You know why? Because it's premeditated. Because you get off on the animals killing each other. You get off on killing the animals, electrocuting them. That's what's evil. That's psychopathic. Drunk on an elevator, punching your wife when she attacks you, that's a crime of passion.
You are watching the best of the Alex Jones Show, weekdays from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Central. Watch live at Infowars.com/show or become a member of InfoWarsNews.com and help us take resistance to the next level.